Well, hello and good morning to all you out there today. Welcome to the live broadcast with Volunteer Week. It's Volunteer Week, Sharon. You coming in?
Oh, hi. Hi.
Here comes Sharon. We've been roaming around here. How you doing?
Yeah, Scott, I'm fine. How are you? And how is everyone out there enjoying this beautiful, it's actually a very beautiful day outside here so far.
Considering we were afraid we were going to have to postpone this and put it off till next Monday. But you know what? The storm slowed down.
Yeah, and I hear they've kind of downgraded the inches that we're supposed to get, too.
Oh, good. I haven't seen that, but it sure would be nice not to have to shovel, huh?
Well, in my case, yes, because I'm far away.
That's true. But we want to say welcome to everybody out there from the North American Bear Center. We're here at 11 o'clock today, Ely time, to say thank you to all the volunteers that are out there and to just let you know how much we appreciate what you have done for the North American Bear Center over the years, and the Wildlife Research Center, and Dr. Lynn Rogers. Dr. Lynn Rogers will be here at 1 o'clock Ely time today for the live broadcast, and he'll be doing the drawing for the last 5 prizes, which...
I hear the big one is big.
The big one is big.
So that's cool.
Yeah, and we're excited that we're going to be able to do that today, rather than have to wait till Monday. But either way, thank you so much for all that you do out there. And you know who you are. You know who you are as a volunteer. If we had to name all of them, I think we'd be here for a while.
I think I could not do that because we have not only past, but everyone coming this year and all the ones that have dedicated their volunteer hours in the past few years or more, longer. I've been here 12 years now, and we've had volunteers just growing and growing and growing, and it's a big applause to you folks that come here and dedicate your hours here. We honestly couldn't do it without you. As Scott has said, and Dr. Rogers has said, we have a skeleton crew, and the skeletons kind of lose more of their bone mass as they're running around here, and then they gain it back. They actually gain it back when the volunteers start helping, because it takes a huge load off of us. Not only the bear educators, but all you moderators out there, the camera operators, the folks that are on chat. Everyone that does any one little thing, it doesn't matter if it's small or large. We thank you so much for being a part of this fantastic program that we have put together here, so that our people that come through the door, the public, can not only you educate them about the bears, but this whole facility educates about other critters too besides the bears.
That is so true, and you know, as I look at it, when I first came on board here a few years back, I wasn't even closely aware of how many volunteers were here. And as I started learning it, I just couldn't believe it. I mean, this is a big, big group of volunteers that are out there.
It's huge, and the daily workload that some folks do here is just phenomenal when you think about what I do and what Spencer's helped me do just this past couple weeks with the bears. All that is done by bear educators, and we welcome you on board. And, Scott, there's an easy way for folks to become a volunteer.
And why would they want to become a volunteer?
Well, you know, there's a whole lot of perks that go with working in the back with the bears and educating and meeting new people every single day that walk through the door. People that are fearful of going camping. And once they leave here, that's kind of de-stresses it. Yeah, it changes their attitude. But worldwide, you know, we have people that volunteer for us worldwide. Did you know that?
Yes, we do.
And it's just amazing how many people come on board and operate cameras so that folks can watch Ted all night long if they want.
We have volunteers that are many, many miles from here, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 miles away. That's amazing, and you don't have to be here to help out, but the opportunities to volunteer at the North American Bear Center, there's so many different ways to volunteer and to help out. You can go online to our brand new website, which is exciting, and you can look at the different options that are out there. so that you can make a choice and help out the North American Bear Center with its future and with the mission.
With the mission to get the word out to folks is just phenomenal how you've helped us do that. And I wanted to mention another thing too, because the camera operators, they help me a lot.
Yes.
Because people will get on chat and say, "Hey, we saw Ted do this, or we saw Lucky or Holly do this," and then they contact me because I live in an area where I don't have the internet right now. I might buy it this year if I can. But they tell me what's going on, and that way I can talk to someone that is actually watching it happen on, and then if I think it's important enough, I'll call Scott and maybe come in to check it out to see what's going on.
Right.
So everyone that even does this much is doing an extreme amount of work out there as a volunteer. And I just want to say thank you to all you folks that not only help me out, but help the whole North American Bear Center every single day.
And Sharon, our volunteers that come here, that are here at the Bear Center, we have fun. I like to think we have a good time, and we're a family type deal.
We are a family type deal, and when we start in May with our interns, they become part of this larger family, and it's just neat the way everybody works together, and we do have a good time.
Yeah, and when you talk about Volunteer Week, it's National Volunteer Week, and when you talk about that, you look across the world itself, and look at the amount of work that all volunteers do. You can never thank you enough for it. And if you look at the years that the Bear Center's been in development, and you look at Dr. Lynn Rogers' 50 years of research, there's always volunteers attached to that. Every time I listen to him tell a story, there's a volunteer attached to it.
There is, and without the volunteers, some of the things that we need to do and have to do just wouldn't get done.
No, it absolutely would not. And, I can name many different projects that we've had here over the years that I've been here that the volunteers have almost completely put together.
Yeah.
Except for the hardware that's involved in it. They've put everything together. And to watch the folks that come in here and enjoy that, a lot of you out there can't see the fruits of your labor, and there's a lot of it out there. There really is.
I remember bucket after bucket being dumped out of that pond when we didn't have the machine that would suck it out.
Right.
Just bucket after bucket of water.
Scooping up all that pond scum.
All the pond scum and dumping it, and then the bears rolling in it afterwards. But, you got to take the good with the good.
Yeah, technology has taken us to many different levels today, but the one thing it can't replace is human interaction. And when you look at the people that come out of the woodwork to help us out when we make a call, it's just enormous. And, I got to mention something. As you probably noticed, we're missing our volunteer, Judy Thone, who left yesterday early because of the storm, and it started hitting the Twin Cities yesterday.
Yeah, she actually, and I know she's watching now, so I don't think she'll mind if I share this. But I had asked her to text me when she got home to make sure she got home safe. Yeah. But she sent me a picture of the snow in her backyard. I think it was in her backyard, at least on the trees. And I'm just thankful that she left early enough not to hit a huge mess, but she still got into a mess, I'm sure.
Yeah. And as that storm has slowed down, it's just amazing how we even talk about the weather up here. And right now we are open starting tomorrow again. This will be our second Friday that we're open.
And we may have to dig a little path up to the bears.
It's going to be interesting to be open tomorrow. But we open up at 10 o'clock and we close at 4 o'clock. And it all depends on weather conditions. Sometimes we have to make some adjustments because we just don't see the people here. And then we're also open Saturday again, 10 to 4. And the whole month of April, we're open 10 to 4 Fridays and Saturdays. And
it's a good time for folks that are just last week we didn't know it was spring break.
No.
And we had folks coming through the door with children, and everyone knows Ted loves his kids, and they talked to Ted, and he talked back, and it's just remarkable to hear the giggles from the little ones. So right now it's just an excellent time to come up because it's pretty quiet here.
Yes. And a week from this Saturday, we're going to have some volunteers that are driving up here to volunteer for us. Well, we're at the Hinckley fundraising event.
Yeah, actually, that's in 2 days. Scott.
And that's put on by a volunteer group.
Not
oh,
next
yeah.
week.
Well, I'm sorry. That is. It's in 2 days.
Yeah,
Thank you, Sharon. I'm sleeping here.
So, yes, and that's all volunteer. And
they're driving up.
We thank folks for being able to come up and share some time with us and hear some more stories from Dr. Rogers. But we mostly thank the folks that put this on because fundraisers are an important part of us being here and being able to do what we do. And we thank you all for doing that.
Sure glad that Sharon corrected me because she's actually driving with me down there, and I wouldn't have picked her up till a week from Saturday. But either way, another volunteer group. There it is again. You know, we've got many volunteer groups that they're not even attached. They're attached to the Bear Center, but it's a separate entity that does fundraising for us, such as the Lily Pad Picnic, the Hinckley event. There's one out in the Massachusetts area that does a bridge. I always forget the name of that group.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but they get together and they have a good time, and it's a little fundraiser. Volunteer group, and they are very successful at what they do, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So
and again, without the volunteers, we would not be able to be where we're at today. And we don't mean to keep going and going and going on this, but the fact is, it's true.
And it is, our way this week of saying we appreciate everything that you do, and being thankful for the volunteers that we have is in my eyes priceless, because you know what you do and you know what you do for all of us.
Yes.
And it's just amazing that you're capable of. I could not anymore run the cameras that our moderators do. I have no clue, and I can't even get on chat. Just to let you know.
They're a good pair of eyes for us out there, and every single group that we have not mentioned is very important to us. And I could go on and on. But one of the other things, as I think about this, would Tasha be here without volunteers?
Tasha would not be here, and some very dedicated folks
drove a ways to get her.
Drove a ways to get our little sweetheart that I have not yet seen yet. I've seen pictures of her, so I know she's out there, and we have walked out to her den.
And I've never asked this question, but how did Holly and Lucky get here? I don't think I've asked that question. How they got here? Volunteers.
Volunteers went into Arkansas and picked up Holly, and then little Lucky. Now Lucky has a whole different thing, because Lucky did he was picked up in Wisconsin by volunteers, but he rode in a front seat of a Mustang convertible.
But so he wasn't delivered here by UPS or USPS.
Nope, volunteers went and got him.
and what about Ted and his sister Honey? I'm sure they got brought up here by a volunteer. Volunteers,
when we were first putting the Bear Center opening day, we got Honey and Ted about 10 days before that. Their owner came up with the volunteers that brought them. It was pretty neat.
So all of our bears have gotten here by one way or another with volunteer help. So the Bear Center's gotten here with volunteer help.
Absolutely, and volunteers put it together, actually.
And Dr. Lynn Rogers and Donna were volunteers.
Volunteers to begin with.
To begin with, they were, and Donna still is.
Donna still is very dedicated to the garden area. But when she first started, just before we got ready to open, we had a huge flood in here, and she and Lynn mopped and mopped and mopped and cleaned up water.
Yes.
And they didn't get paid for that.
And just so you all know, we are live on Facebook right now, too. And we're going to ask you just a little bit of a favor as volunteers. If you could please like us on Facebook and continue to help us there. And also, I'm looking for the word that we're supposed to use.
Share.
Share us on Facebook. Not sharing us, but share us.
Yeah, that's
on Facebook.
Without
that's with one R, right? Sharon. Yeah. And I learned that earlier today. But anyway... if you could please share us on Facebook, and this will be posted. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to invite you to be here at 1 o'clock today, 1 o'clock Central Time. The snow may be starting to come down. We still don't have it coming down yet, but 1 o'clock, Dr. Lynn Rogers will be here. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to do a drawing, and we're going to have our grand prize drawing.
You'll want to tune in for that. Because
tune in.
It'll be fun.
And right now I think we want to say thanks to all you volunteers out there, and please tune in to us at 1 p.m. Ely time, and we'll see you then. Thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you to all of you.